Hi, I'm the writer-performer of I Wantcho Stank. It was probably inspired by Family Guy.
Cleveland, close the window! You're letting the stank out!
I want you.
Yeah, originally Stank was a song I did in 2012, and the premise, actually, it's not as disgusting as it may seem. It was written from the perspective of an anally retentive person, and the song is more about radical acceptance.
All of that with a side of a double helping.
The philosophy of Stank comes out of exposure therapy for people that have anxiety or obsessive compulsive disorder, and it's a song that's more like, you know, what's the worst that could happen, you know? So you have a little bit of BO, and, you know, maybe that's okay. You know, I'm not talking about really bad hygiene. I'm talking about a little stank. There's that primal urge that humans have, and I think the song taps into that. You know, it's a very earthy song, and it's a sexual liberation. For me as an artist, it was something I wanted to do just so I didn't have to pin myself down to anything in particular, that, you know, I can be somebody that doesn't take himself so seriously.
I want your stank.
I've written many novelty songs like Stank and Mandela Effect, Get Down with Santa, The Disturbed, just these kind of offbeat tunes.
We ain't got jiffy.
And Stank is the original novelty song I did that continues to inspire me to this day. And looking into the future, I think that there's some more novelty songs I would like to do. It keeps my songwriting in a place that's fun and it's entertaining. And I'll tell you that reconstructing I Wantcho Stank was just a joy to work on, because everything came back to me.
All of that with a side of a double helping.
It was really fascinating how, you know, I laid down the drums and that bass hook that's very funky. It's it's very funky, and even just the chordal structure of it. I've got these different keyboards and synthesizers coming in and sound effects. I was thrilled to find sounds that were exactly like the ones I worked with, also vocalized in a way that was sort of like time didn't pass at all, because it just sounded like myself from 2012, and it just brought me right back to that place of joy and that kind of stuff that just gets me going. I remember in 2012 I would play that loop of the bass over and over, like just dun, 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 dun. I was so into it. Just being able to sort of come back into that space was so much fun. And on that note, it is very much an homage to old school funk, you know, R&B, soul singers. You know, that is a part of my music, part of who I am. It's sort of a bittersweet experience because there aren't as many artists these days that continue some of those traditions, you know, soul, funk, R&B music. It still is alive and well today, it's just in a different way. I like to sort of harken back to those retro sounds and have fun in that space. The nostalgia factor. I hope that Stank continues to entertain people, and even that it should be a song that kind of frustrates you. And for myself, it frustrates me as an artist. I went through periods where I didn't like the song and wanted to sort of delete it from my catalog of songs I've written. And I did the same thing with Mandela Effect and Get Down with Santa. These are the novelty songs I've done. I've had an interesting relationship with in my past, where I would love them and then I wouldn't like them. And I think I finally settled on just accepting the fact that there are songs I've done that are challenging, and I think that's the artist's job, is to challenge people with your art and make people think.
What about the planet, You don't give a damn,
Go places that people don't want to go to. I think that that's part of the adventure. Part of me being an experimental artist as well is pushing those limits. And you know, it is kind of hard to come up with these things and do sort of a tightrope walk with this type of material. Like really, most artists, I would think, they don't want to do a song about stank. They don't really want to write another Christmas song or some corny Halloween song. These were areas that scared me as an artist, of like, should I do that? Can I do that? It's about pushing myself and to rise to the occasion, letting go, have some fun. Also not read into it too much, don't think about it too much. That's why I think it's a standout recording I've done, because it's so out there and off the wall that people remember it. I just had an enjoyable time making this, and also seeing the intricacies and the nuances that I put into this. Like, I forgot some of the stuff I was doing in there. It's a lot more layered, a little more complicated than it sounds. It also reminds me about the philosophies, really, of funk and jazz music even, that it's like, if it sounds good to your ears, who are you to judge? I'm sure there are probably academics in music institutions that could listen to this song and think, this guy doesn't know music, he doesn't know what he's doing. That's exactly what funk music and jazz is all about. It's like saying, it's stick it to the man. Really, it is, yeah. You know, who cares what you think? Because what matters is, does it get you moving? Does it make you feel like doing something? I just had a lot of fun. I can't say that enough. A lot of fun with it. And I can only hope that people can sort of understand the philosophy and the thinking behind it. You know, just let loose and have fun.